be showing you how to model in Roblox Studio. So if you're thinking of creating games or doing other things, for example, when you're modeling or you're making something like a project, this is for you. So first of all, do the instructions you've done right now. Select the part. Now, what you want to do, so I am going to be making a cupboard. Now with this cupboard, you're going to want to make the piece a reasonable height, but you can also go to plugins, build rig, right here, click that. I recommend going to R16 and block rig, looks the best, and now you have a reasonable size of the wardrobe you're creating. Always make sure that anchor is set to true, so then it won't fly away. Now, so for this, you're going to want to start the detail on it. Change it to like a wood type of color. I'm going to change the material to a wood. Wood seems nice. Wood looks pretty good on this. And now, since we've got the material, now we can Control D, that's a shortcut on the keyboard. And now we have two of them. Now they're duplicated. So we can change the size of this right here. So it can be here and then you can extend that out. That's how you can make rooms. But what you need to do is get the moving tool, move this to the middle, and stick it out a little bit, scale it out. You can change this to whatever you want. You want this to be really skinny, and you want it to be in the middle. It can be here. There's just got to be something sticking out. Now, while this is here, you can put doorknobs on either side. You can change the color to anything you want. And now I'll be putting in the doorknobs. So to do this, I'll be getting out a part, and we can change this size to a good size. Here, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks good. I'll always have to rotate this to be perfect size. And now we can place the doorknob right over there. You can duplicate it and move this part either side of the door. Get that here, and let's just get this up here, move it out a little so you have the thing in here. This isn't, you can put more effort into this, make it more detailed, change the you can obviously change it to wood planks if you prefer that, but that's not the only thing we'll be creating. We can make other things as well. For example, chairs. Chairs are a little bit different. So we can also, maybe before the chairs, we can also create a TV / computer. So once you've got this, right click and come to here, don't press union, press ungroup. Now the ungrouped, so you can drag parts out of this. So what you want to do when this is here, so this will be the frame of the computer. So you have the frame. It can be a TV as well. My size, it's a TV. And let's select this part. This will be sitting underneath. I recommend putting on the making the stand first. Scale this up a little bit. change the size of this part to being a reasonable size for this. Make it skinny enough. Make it longer, skinnier, and as slim as possible. So you see how this is lining up? This is lining up well. You can always put more detail and design onto this. I'm going to move this over. Move this over. Put it right in the middle there. Now to actually get the screen of this, you're going to need to duplicate, Control D. You always use that shortcut and move this. Actually, you can also change the color to like a bright blue. Now the material should be to a neon. Neon is good, but you want to drag it out just a little bit. Just so it lines up. Lines up well. We can change this color to a darker one, like the one down there, and you have your TV. So that's a quick modeling, like TV. Now, if we get all these, well, we don't need to get all these, but you have to select all of these by doing this and group it together. So we'll know it's grouped if we can do this, and we just want to ungroup this again. Ungroup, Control G. Now it's grouped because we can move this around and change the name to TV. Now we have a TV. There's also the, actually, shouldn't have done that. But we can group this wardrobe together as well. And then, so now we can move this and name this wardrobe. It's not how you spell it. Just do cupboard. Cupboard. I find that easier. Now we have models. So with these models you can create rooms, put these inside of the rooms, and it makes it look much nicer. So that'll be it for the video, and bye. See ya in the next one. Hey guys, sorry about that. Just gonna quickly add something else. You was asking. I told you guys about I was going to create an actual chair. So sorry, I forgot about that, and I will be putting that in. Now, I'll make this pretty quick. Just keep going back on the video, and you will find out how to do it. You're just not gonna have as much detail. Obviously, you can go check out Alvin Blocks. His YouTube channel will be linked down in the description, and he has all of these sort of tutorials. So make sure to go check out Alvin Blocks. So, you have this part, a simple part. You've scaled it down to a reasonable size, and now you can change this to any color you want. Doesn't really matter. Now, make sure to anchor it. Always need it to be anchored. Part Control D, that's the shortcut. Raise up a little. And by the way, if you're on Mac, it's actually Command. So sorry about that if I got it wrong. And we want this to be skinny because this is going to be the stand of the chair. Oops, that happened. But we always need to keep it good size. Put this in the middle. I can get my rig that I had put in. Make sure to go to plugins and build your rig. And so this will be right next to him, so he can see if he actually fits on the chair. Just try and get this to the middle as much as you can. I think that's okay. So you can also get the move tool, move it to the middle, and now we can Control D, Command D if you're on Mac, and lift this up to the top. You can also make tables by doing this, just note that. I find it easier to make tables this way. And now stretch this out as much as you want. Obviously you can change material to it. I'm obviously going to change this to a blue, kind of a bluish kind of colour. I like the transparency. Transparency can be 0.5. I think that looks pretty nice. And you can always make the outlines on the sides. So we can scale the outlines to here, then move them outwards, and I will make the transparency 0 and I will have it white because I like the white material. Control D, move this to the side, always works. Command D if you're on Mac, can't forget that. Control D, scale this out to here, move this out here, and can do that. That looks nice. Now we have the kind of glass part in the middle. Control D, Command D from Mac. Let's note that. Move this over here. As you can see, this would look pretty nice for a table. And we can get here, scale this. Actually, you don't need to scale this because we're going to get the glass material as well on the inside. So we can move this part away, scale this out here, and raise this high, raise the height of that, Control D, I mean. You don't need to name the parts yet, just when we group it together, we will have it. Now we can lift this up, lift it a little, Control D, Command D from Mac. And there we have that side. If you don't want this as thick, you can scale the sides out, the white parts, and it makes it a little bit slimmer. I think I did it, oops. I accidentally duplicated the wrong one. Oops, my fault. Okay, now we have our chair. Now you can change the sides and materials. This doesn't need to be transparent. However you like it, it is how it's going to be. Make sure to cut this part. Oops, accidentally cut out the rig. Now you select all these parts, group them together, make sure you can move it all. Okay, I can move it all. Now change the name to chair. There. we have a chair. We can put this with the rest of our models. Rotate. And there we are. Chair, we have a cupboard, and we also have a TV. That'll be it for this video. Make sure to go check out Alvin Blocks down link in the description. See you.